All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Barrel Lab. Got another daily barrel report coming. This is for the July 10th slate. Um, Today I'm going to be focused on the elite home run profile. I know we kind of saw a little bit of it today, and that was really just a small test batch. I hadn't even applied it to the whole field yet. I really just put it, um, and really it was hidden still, I guess I should say. So now, what it is, the elite home run profile is just after you guys know I do pretty much a lot of just tracking of the progress and just to keep a backlog to see where we're going, if we're doing good, if we're doing bad, um, what scores are doing the best, and what combinations are doing the best. And so this was just the new findings of a combination of like matchup score, form, and barrel score. So it's nothing like too crazy. It's now just really a smaller bucket of players to choose from within the barrel signal. Like I was saying in the last video, the barrel signal is more so identifying hits, runs, and RBIs and bases profiles. And so we were really just trying to, for those who are I don't want to say hyper focused, but those who are just mostly focused on home runs. Not to say we all aren't. Um, the elite home run profile now will be a smaller pool of players to choose from that match, and right now it's been hitting at a 27% rate. So it's pretty cool. But before we even get into all of that, I appreciate everybody who's been watching. Appreciate everybody who's been supporting. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share this to a couple people, and let's get into it. Let's check out this slate. So pitchers to attack, we've got Tanner Gordon, Hunter Green, and Bieber, top three. So San Francisco bats, Chicago bats, and San Diego bats. I don't even know about that one though. But San Diego bats, because you guys just know how I feel about my Padres. Anyway, Hunter Green looks ridiculous. 21.6 ERA. It's kind of crazy. 11.1% barrel allowed and 66.7 hard hit. So yeah, that's kind of wild. And then you got Tanner Gordon's got 7 ERA. Was at 12.6 barrel, 45.3 hard hit, and weighted on base average 418. Same for Hunter Green, 738. So that one game that he had, it was bad. It was bad. Beaver's got a 9.0 ERA, 16.7% barrel allowed, and 54.2 hard hit allowed. Weighted on base average 5.67. So those are the top three pitchers you're going to look to attack. So San Francisco, Chicago, and San Diego bats. Those are the teams that you want to look at if you are only just wanting to attack the vulnerable pitchers. Now the rest of the field is looking like this. So Bieber, Sears, right? So let's see. Sears got a 4 ERA, 4.7 ERA, but he's given up a lot of barrel and he's given up a lot of hard hit. Hunter Green. So if you want to filter by who's giving up the most barrel, so yep, Shane Bieber, Tanner Gordon, Zebby Matthews. So those are the three that are giving up the hardest hits, or the most barrel, I should say. Hardest hits is going Green, Bieber, and then Sears. So that could be the combination that you go with. Lineup pressure is talking about it's like a combination of, or an average, I should say, the barrel score, matchup score, and form for the opposing hitters. So that's kind of how you can look at that board. All right, so I'm just go ahead and get right into these games, man. Let's see what we can do. So got 15 games. What I'm also going to do is only going with barrel signal and elite home run profile. it should give us a smaller pool of names. And what I mean by that is on games where there is no barrel signal or there's no elite home run profile, I'm not gonna chase those games anymore. I'm really just trying to chase efficiency, and I'm starting to see now that we have more games under our belt, you don't necessarily need to chase every single home run. Um, so just keep that in mind, guys. I know you see everybody hitting 4 and 5 leg parlays, but just keep in mind it's a long game. It literally is a marathon. It's not a sprint, so you don't got to be in a rush. You want to be efficient. You want to be accurate. So that's really what I'm chasing right now. So I'm only going barrel signals, and I'm only going elite home run profiles. So Philly versus Detroit. Top barrel is going 93.3, 4 barrel signals, and 91% home run form. Top reads in this game is Schwarber, Green, Carpenter, and Torkelson. And then we got Philly versus Flaherty, 4.6 ERA. Top barrel is going Schwarber, Harper, Marsh. Matchup is going Schwarber, Harper, Marsh. And form is going Schwarber, Hill, and Schwarber, Turner, and Racones. So I'm going Schwarber and Harper. And that's not to say that you have to put them on the same slip, right? That's just to say that these two, based on the statistics, right, based on the data, have the highest chance of hitting a home run. That's just what that's saying. Now, I know you could be saying, well, Marsh has a better home run form than Harper. Yes, but what's better is the matchup score. So underlying matchup, previous history now is I'm pulling more of the previous history, so that's going to begin being weighted into the matchup score, and then barrel score. So if this matchup score is not 65, not to say Marsh can't home run tomorrow. He's got the form, or he's got the Will Bacon, but when we're looking at what you need pull, and he doesn't have a lot of pull barrel right now. All right, that's how majority of home runs happen, is to the pull side. He's not really pulling the ball right now, so and neither is Harper. And so when you want to dwindle it down even further than that, who has the better pull barrel? Schwarber. Right, that's why he pops up majority of the time, right? And it's not, oh, we're chasing chalk. Sure, okay. If if this dude's hit already 32 home runs and he's got the most home runs, I'll chase that too. You have the highest odds of hitting on somebody who has a higher probability of hitting a home run. So it's just simple math. It's kind of how I just look at these numbers. So Schwarber and Harper is what I'm going with for Philly. But out of those two, Schwarber looks like the better choice. So Harper. Total bases, that's runs, RBIs. But overall, though, the model is definitely it's getting better. It's getting better, and I'm enjoying it. I like seeing the progress daily. I like seeing you guys learning from it. I like seeing what you guys put together on your own. Yeah, see, simple as that. Nobody else? Nope, not from Philly. Now, as far as Detroit goes, right? So Detroit versus Nola, 5.87. Green, Carpenter, Torkelson's top barrel. Green, Dingler, Torkelson matchup, and then form is going Green, Carpenter, Torkelson. So these 4 candidates consistently pop up here because they consistently meet those metrics, right? So let me see. Maybe it's not 65. Is it 60? I believe. Yeah, 60, right? So elite home run profile here. I'll do this. Let me highlight this. So when you all read in the sheets, you all understand what's really going on. and the differences between the two pools. So Barrel Signal was focused on odds. It was highly focused on odds. But as you can see, the odds at times will have you missing out on people who are hitting home runs who did not meet the Barrel Signal requirements because the odds were locked. However, even when you look at the elite profile, it's not much different than the Barrel Signal. What is different is that we got rid of the odds. So I can't stress enough how much odds do play a factor. I'm even still learning more about that too. How to understand, when somebody's overpriced, when somebody's undervalued, because that's a big deal. That's the books really trying to tell you, hey, this is where we're putting the money today, and this is kind of where we're putting the value. So, but if you wanted to see the difference between the two, this is the biggest difference is just the odds, and the barrel score is tightened up a little bit higher. Form score is dropped, so that's the thing. You don't have to have a crazy high form now as far as it was before. You need the 60 to meet the requirement for a Barrel Signal. So and we'll play around with this. We'll see how this goes. But right now this is hitting at a 27.6% clip. And I'll take 27% over 15, which I'm okay with both of them in the sense of a game of lottery home runs. So with that said, yeah, Green, Carpenter, Torkelson, and that's not to say they're all going to hit home runs. That just means they all have the best chance, the highest, right? The best numbers to hit it. Safest bet, hits, runs, RBIs, fantasy score. All right, so next game. I'm try to get through this. Get through this a little bit quicker. And so what this is telling me is Schwarber is not a Barrel Signal, and he's only an elite profile. So you can get both. Right, as you can see, they can have both, but you can't have an elite profile without having at least a 75 a barrel score. It's the biggest difference. That 75 and 70 made a huge difference in percentage wise. So all right, Milwaukee and Pittsburgh, 81.4 top barrel, 4 Barrel Signals, and 99% home run form. Interesting. Top reads is Belo, Bowers, Mitchell, and Chourio. Belo was close today. Bowers went today. Mitchell was close. Yeah, Chourio. Yeah, this could be a good game. All right, so Milwaukee versus Ashcraft. Bowers, Mitchell, Chourio, top barrel. Mitchell, Bowers, Chourio. Matchup, and then form is going Mitchell, Chourio, Bowers. So is that Bowers, Mitchell, and Chourio? Yeah. And now, personally, out of this one, if I'm going home runs, right, it would be Jake Bowers. If I'm looking for just a home run profile, it would be Jake Bowers. And this rings true because if we think about today, Bowers went and Mitchell did not. So that This is going to be interesting to see how this elite tag does work, because I know Belo didn't go today, and he wasn't tagged either. He did not have the elite home run profile at all today, and so he now has it. I wonder if they see. Yeah, I wonder if this picks up on, like, as far as a player heating up. So that'll be interesting. Again, guys, this is the second day. We could go 0 for 18, 0 for 40. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what's going to happen. I just know that I'm going to trust the numbers for now. So if I'm going just straight elite home run profiles, like if this was just a home run video today, it would be Jake Bauers. All right, it will be Bauers. Now, those who know it and who follow, let me get this over here. You know that you can also take Mitchell and Chourio, right? Because they have the barrel signal. So I'll put them on there too. But what I know now about is I wouldn't take them for a home run necessarily. That's not to say that they couldn't hit the home run. They just have a 15% chance to hit it, as opposed to Bauer's 27% chance to hit a home run. So when it's becoming prop specific, that's going to be the difference, right? Is that percentage wise, that's going to be the biggest difference. It will change over time. I don't see. I mean, there could be a 10% fluctuation. That would just mean that nobody would have to hit a home run on a single day, or we just didn't pick up on any of those people, which both of those can be true at the same time. So, and then I think Belo was the only one. Right, and this isn't to ignore his 99% home run form, absolutely. But maybe it's also picking up on his fly ball rate hasn't been the highest as of late. Right, his launch angle isn't the best. So there's those little slight details that we may not always be able to pick up on, or we may not be looking at. It will be separated between the barrel signal and the elite home run profile, and I hope that's making sense. And I'm trying to break it down early in this video, so that way we can go through it faster, and you realize, okay, it's barrel signal or elite home run profile, and that's the only two I want. Realistically, that's all you want to look for. So let's get to the next game. Right, and that's not to ignore Valdez either. But with Sprout, 5.13 ERA, not to say that he won't give up runs. He's got great, again, he's a doubles guy, bases guy, hits, runs, RBI guy. I mean, he will hit home runs too. He absolutely will. Just tomorrow, his matchup isn't there. Zone fit. So just those little slight details that it's picking up on, even though a profile looks good, right? And so that's happening to us. I mean, in Belo, we could be set up for a trap too. It's happened with Vargas. It's happening with a lot of other players, but that isn't to take away from who they are. So I don't want you all to get upset because you're not cashing on these players. Oh, the data's not right. No, I mean, I get it. Or, oh, you just have to remember, do you want to chase consistency or chase odds? Those are two different type of things. Like, those are two different type of bettors. Are you an odds better, or are you a consistency better? Yo, this dude hits majority of the time, so I'm gonna go on this dude. Or today, this is the sneaky profile long shot, and I'm gonna take the odds. There's nothing wrong with either one. You yourself, though, as a bettor, have to make that determination and then attack the board that way. Not everybody's going to look at the board the same way. So when you guys are asking each other, oh, how did you do this? How did you pair that? It's kind of irrelevant, honestly. You want to ask yourself, how would you pair it? Because the way somebody else sees something, you may not see it that way. So just keep all that in mind, guys. All right, Washington, New York, and Washington. 85.1 barrel, no signals. 94 form. Wood, Rice, Goldschmidt, Garcia, top plays. Right, Ben Rice. Not a signal today. Palmquest, left-handed, 7.1 ERA. Top barrel is Ben Rice, Goldschmidt, Grisham. Matchup is Goldschmidt, Rice, and Grisham. Form is Ben Rice, Dominguez, and Chisholm. Sorry, and I know you guys can't see it all, but I have my screen down to where I can see the names. I'm telling you, this screen's getting bad. I'll have to post a picture, guys, so you can see what I'm talking about. So you guys think I'm not just crazy. But in this game, I'm not taking the Yankee bat. Not to say you can't, right? Ben Rice looks good. Goldschmidt's Goldschmidt, but Goldschmidt's like 0 for 30 unless he got a hit today. Not 30. It was like 0 for 13 before today. I don't know what he did today. I didn't watch that game really, but I know they won. I mean, but Ben Rice does look good. And then we come down here to Washington versus Ryan Weathers. 4.29 ERA. Barrel is going Wood, Garcia, Mead. Matchup is going Wood, Cruz, Mead. Form is going Wood, Garcia, and Lyle. And looks like Wood is the only person we're looking at tomorrow. Not to say these other people won't hit. It just, if you're moving on the quick fly, I just know that purple, you can trust that 27%. That's it. That's all I'm trying to get you guys to see. To make it easy. There is an easy way to do this. It's just to kind of just follow the numbers. Because you're not going to hit every day, right? So that's just really the big thing behind it. So I'm going Wood. That's the only bat that I'm going with tomorrow. As far as if it was the New York-Washington game. And you guys know how I like Ben Rice. I like Goldschmidt. But just tomorrow, I'm not going to chase it. The dashboard's just not telling me that. So I'm not going to chase it. All right, KC versus Baltimore. Top barrel is 80.1. One signal. And then 87% top form. Top reads are going Pete Alonso, Witt, Caglione, and Basayo. KC versus Brandon Young. Barrel is Witt, Caglione, Perez. Matchup is Caglione, Witt, Marte. And form is Lane Thomas, Witt, and Perez. I like Lane Thomas. Lane Thomas is nice. I've been taking him for bases a lot lately. And Bobby Witt he's got the elite home run form. I mean, he did hit, right? So could he go back-to-back? He does definitely strike me as a back-to-back guy. He's got the power. He's got the barrel. He's got the launch angle, right? So definitely could be Witt. Make these bigger. Make it easier on your eyes. All right, yep. I think it's just Witt. And then we come down to Baltimore versus Avila. Right-handed pitcher, 5.05 ERA. Top barrel is going Alonso, Basayo, Cowser. Matchup is going Alonso, Basayo, Cowser. And form is Alonso, Basayo, Alexander. Right, and so now knowing what we know as far as the difference between barrel signal and elite home run profile, think of a barrel signal as just what it is. It's the best barrel, one of the top barrels. That doesn't mean home run, though, right? So that would also stop us from chasing people like Pete Alonso um, for home runs. And just focusing on that day, maybe hits, runs, RBIs. Maybe just hits. Right? You don't got to chase home runs every day, guys. Save your bankroll. Save your bankroll. But let me go ahead and, because I know you all do like the barrel signal, I'll still put them on there. But I'm not putting them for home runs anymore because I've learned that they're not the best home run signal. That's just what that is now. The barrel signal is for bases, hits, runs, RBIs, and props like that. And I'm just going to keep saying that so everybody knows. All right, Chicago versus Cincinnati. 77.8 barrel score, 4 barrel signals, 88% is a top form. Top reads is going Ellie, South Stewart, Suzuki, and PCA. Should be an interesting game. Cubs versus Green. This is the 21.6 ERA, which is ridiculous. Suzuki, PCA, Hap. Top barrel matchup is going PCA, Hap, Conforto. And form is going Swanson, Suzuki, Conforto. Barrel signals is Suzuki and Conforto. Suzuki doesn't look bad. He did go yard today. He could do it. And Conforto, he went yard today too, actually. Was that today or yesterday? One of those days. He does still look good too. So it's interesting though, because PCA does meet the requirements. Matchup. Oh, nope. 70 barrels instead of 75. Makes sense. Makes sense. And that's not to say that he won't go though. That's not to say. I'm just now trying to see the difference as to why it's picking certain players and not the others, right? Just understanding. And so that makes sense. Barrel signal has to do with odds. Elite home run profile does not, but you do have to have the better barrel. All right. So if you wanted to go anything though with Suzuki and Conforto, they are the barrel signal. No home runs though. All right, let's see. Cincinnati versus Imanaga. Top barrel is Ellie, Stewart, and Suarez. Matchup is Ellie, Stewart, and Steer. And then form is going Ellie, Stewart, and Steer. And the barrel signal is Stewart, and the elite profile is Ellie, which makes sense. He's got the best matchup score, 75 plus barrel. Stewie's just under at 73. So yeah, Cruz and Stewart, you can see some good offensive production out of them tomorrow. I like them. But JJ Bleday does look good. You can probably take him for a hitter, But yeah, Ellie and Stewart. Oops, nope. And I'll make sure from now on I'll always color code it. I won't get lazy anymore. I see you guys didn't really like that too much. The system automatically generates it, and so when I do it, um, I usually have to go through all those lines and like highlight the lines that say orange, erase that orange part, and so usually I do that every time, right? But yesterday, man, I was just tired, so that's kind of funny you guys caught on to that. All right, Seattle versus Tampa Bay. Barrel is going 77. Top barrel is 77.4. Three barrel signals. Top form is 74%. Top plays: Canzone, Caminero, Raleigh, and Aranda. Seattle versus Nick Martinez, 2.61 ERA. Canzone is the elite profile. You could take Raleigh though, like hits, runs, RBIs. I don't know about bases. He's not really getting any extra bases, so I don't know about that one. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even know about hits, runs, RBIs. But he is liable to get on base, walked, or whatever, and he could score. So, and then later in the game, get another hit. So, if the line is 1.5, it could be worth it. Might be a goblin though, but it could be worth it. So, the only thing that sticks out to me is that Canzone. And then let's see. All right, Tampa Bay versus Castillo, 4.79 ERA. Top barrel is going Caminero, Aranda, Diaz. Matchup is going Caminero, Aranda, Diaz, and form. Is Caminero, Aranda, Fiducia. So, elite profile is going Caminero, and barrel signal is going Aranda. Sounds about right. Yeah, sounds about right. So let's go with that. Aranda. Yeah, see, that significantly cuts down the names. I feel like chasing. I feel comfortable with chasing for home runs, right? As far as if you were only to go with the purple names for home runs, which I know some of you are still going to do barrel signals, which is, again, I am too, depending on what the numbers look like. It's just, we'll figure it out with the testing. All right. Yep, got Tampa Bay. Okay, next game. All right, Cleveland versus Miami. 76.7 is top barrel. Got two barrel signals. 96 is the top form. Stowers, Hernandez, Manzardo, and Hoskins are the top plays. And versus Alcantara, 4.0 ERA. We got Manzardo, Hoskins, Arias. Matchup is Arias, Manzardo, Hoskins. Form is DeLauder, Sheenman, and Hedges. Nothing looks good here, though. Not to say it won't happen, but I don't like anything. Now we come down to Miami against Messick, 2.8 ERA. Stowers, Hernandez, Conine. Matchup is Hernandez, Conine, Stowers. Form is Stowers, Hernandez, Lopez. I know people are probably wondering Conine because he did hit that home run today, but we've been seeing him, right? I don't always pick him. I probably only put him on here once and he didn't hit that day. But I do always mention him if you watch these videos. Conine does get mentioned because he has had, good Woe Bacon, good Woba. He's got good barrel. It was just that his sample size is small. But if he continues to, perform like that, you could see it. He just got to get his angle down. He doesn't have a lot of fly balls, so that's why a lot of people probably weren't looking his way. But if you just kind of start to understand patterns and see the patterns, he's was due, and he probably will end up getting another one soon because he'll figure it out. But Stowers Hernandez is going to be the barrel signals for this game. Probably easily the most confident picks from that game too. Stowers has been pretty solid. Hernandez has been pretty solid too. So I like both of them. Owen Casey, I think Casey's hurt, so that's why he left the game the other day. So I think he's actually hurt. Whoops. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, got Boston versus the Mets. Oh, if it loads. Sorry. So this is something I'm working on too, is getting the load time down for everybody, because I know it could take a bit of time at times when you're clicking between the game slates if you're clicking too fast. So I'll work on that and get that fixed over the weekend for sure. So Boston versus the Mets, 82.8 top barrel, 1 barrel signal, and 84% form. Top reads is going Soto, Lindor, Alvarez, and Abreu. Honestly, for this one, I'm gonna be straight up. This top reads I don't like at all. Just for this game, the Mets have been so iffy, and Wilyer Abreu without Wilson, who they got, Wilson. Yeah, I don't know if if he's gonna be able to complement the roster without him in there. So that's the thing. A lot of these rosters change once one person goes down. So that's something to keep in mind too. And Boston versus McLean, 3.73 ERA. Abreu, Duran, Monasterio. Top barrel matchup is going Duran, Abreu, Narvaez. Form is Monasterio, Duran, Siegler. And Abreu is the only barrel signal. I don't even feel comfortable putting him on there as a barrel signal. I mean, if you want me to, I will. I'll put him down because he's a barrel signal, and I am chasing those. I mean, tracking those, I should say, right now. But even I think that's a pretty rough one, just based on recent gameplay. All right, Mets versus Sonny Gray, 2.61 ERA. Barrel score is going Soto, Lindor, Alvarez. Matchup is going Soto, Alvarez, Lindor. And form is going Ewing, Lindor, and Soto. I mean, Soto's got the elite home run profile, so we're going to go with that. He does look the best, though. He's starting to figure it out right before All-Star game, so maybe they show out today. I mean, maybe they do. All right, next game. Oakland versus White Sox, 86.1 top barrel, 4 barrel signals, 84% top form. Top reads is Kurtz, Langoliers, Montgomery, and Vargas. I know how we feel about Vargas, so even this one I'm kind of iffy on. He's been not playing the best lately. For Oakland, we've got Kurtz and Langoliers and Thomas, top barrel score. Matchup is going Kurtz, Langoliers, Soderstrom. And form is going Kurtz, Langoliers, and Heim. Elite profile is Kurtz and Langoliers, though, so. So we're going to go with that. Which makes sense. It's Kurtz. It is Kurtz. And then Langoliers, he was having a nice little couple week stretch. Went a little bit cold. Does he heat up again? Is that what the model is predicting? Let's see. White Sox versus Lopez, 7.0 ERA, 7.04 ERA. Top barrel is Montgomery, Vargas, Grichuk. Matchup is going to be Grichuk, Vargas, Montgomery. And form is going to be Vargas, Benintendi, and Peters. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even want to put Vargas on the list today. I don't. I know he's a barrel signal, but I don't even want to entice you guys to take him until he starts playing better. I get his form is still at an 84. Um, that is just based on the last 14 and the last 7. Maybe I put in a multiplier, a negative multiplier for cold streaks or something. You go over 4 multiple games in a row, because I could see it's pretty sketch for him to keep getting, not sketch, right? I'm not questioning the integrity, but it is a little bit odd that he does continue to meet those requirements even while having bad games. Is he just that good of a hitter, though? I think is the other thing we have to ask ourselves. Same thing happens with Kyle Schwarber. Same thing happens with Jordan sometimes. I'm not putting him in that conversation, but teams treat him that way. The other thing, though, is Murakami is coming back into the lineup. So that is the other aspect of this. With Murakami back in the lineup, it could now force pitchers to have to come at Montgomery and Vargas in a different way, and then they get to shine like they did before he got hurt. That could be another thing that's coming. So, you know what? This is the funny part of what we do sometimes. I mean, might as well. I'm already gambling, right? Already taking risk. But now you won't be so upset if you don't take him for a home run and he doesn't cash, right? So, or maybe you will. I'll probably still be mad at him. Probably. So we'll see. All right, we got Houston versus Texas. 92.5 is the top barrel score, 1 signal, and 92% top form. Top plays is going Alvarez, Peterson, Berger, and Walker. Houston versus Quantrill, 3.35 ERA. Jordan, Walker, and Smith, top barrel. Matchup is going Alvarez, Smith, and Trammell. Form is going Alvarez, Smith, and Diaz. And you know where we're going. Which it makes sense. All it takes is one pitch. I know, he goes 0 for 4, or he went 1 for 3, or you gotta understand, man, these pitchers are not just like, how do I say this? They're not just gonna give him a freebie. Pitchers are strategic. They're not always gonna walk him either. They're gonna get him to chase. They're gonna throw him high and inside, and then low and away the next pitch to get him to chase. Right? High fastball, low changeup. So I want you all to understand just the underlying context of games. Sometimes, like, even though a player doesn't hit, that doesn't mean he's not going to another day, or that he won't ever. That's just kind of how that works. So Jordan is the best profile. Christian Walker doesn't look terrible. He's got good barrel, good fly ball, decent launch angle, and he gets extra bases. So could see some offensive production out of Jordan, Walker, or Cam Smith. Just depends on who shows up to the game tomorrow. All right, for Texas versus Brown, 3.38 ERA. We got Jock, Peterson, Berger, and Nimmo. Matchup, got Nimmo, Peterson, Berger. Form, got Young, Diaz, and Nimmo. Peterson is the barrel signal. It's kind of hard to ignore Foscue every time, and you guys know this too. We always talk about Foscue, and he went, finally. But I'm always mentioning him. This dude's numbers look ridiculous. It's just he doesn't have enough balls in play to where he gets ranked higher, if that makes sense. This is longevity that we're seeing, guys. This is over years. This is over years of these statistics, right? So when we see these quick bursts of green, when you see these all bursts of all green, just remember and keep in mind the sample size. It's 110 pitches that we're going off of, right? But it's good numbers, though. The numbers look good. So, yeah, Foscue would be an honorable mention for Texans, but Clearly, it's Peterson who gets the nod because he's got the barrel signal. All right. Let's go to this next game. All right, next game we got LA Angels versus Minnesota. All right, let's see what we got. Top barrel 75.8. Barrel signal, we got two of them. 91 is a top form. So top reads is Trout, Clemens, Nido, Soler. And for the Angels, top barrel is Trout, Nido, Soler. Matchup is Trout, Soler, Nido, and Neto, whatever, however you say it. Low is, these names, bro. Form is Low, Neto, and O'Hop. So Trout is back in the fold, though. Definitely something to consider, especially the way his numbers look. His form was at 0. It's at 13, so he's already swinging the bat especially well. He's making contact again. So, and again, these were the numbers before he left. It shouldn't change much that he was hurt. It's just that's why the form is going to show you don't take him just yet because he's not in form. Let him swing his bat a few more times. But Soler is the sole barrel signal on the Angels in this whole game, I think. Oh, no, okay, we got one more. Oh, yeah, Clemens. So, yeah, Soler, you can go Soler. But I do think Trout, you can go Trout, too. Like, comfortably, you can go Trout. He'll be the only non-barrel signal or... No, I'm not even going to do that. You can go Trout, though, but... For the sake of now, we'll just go Soler. But definitely, if you're paying attention, if you guys watch the videos, you would know. No pitcher for the Angels just yet, but Cody Clemens is a barrel signal, so we'll go ahead and give him an honorable mention for that. And as you can see, I'm not putting home runs for these dudes anymore. Not for barrel signal. Just right now, until we can test and figure out which one is giving us the best data. All right, so we got Atlanta versus St. Louis. A few more games. Whoops. Oh, that's going to be the back test report. I mean, the Sims report. I'm also tracking those, too, to see how accurate those parlays are that it's giving us. How to get better at pairing. That's going to be my focus, guys, is pairing. I know that's whooping everybody's tail right now. Mine included. Mine included. All right, sorry about that, y'all. My daughter woke up. So I'm going to try to hurry up and get through this video, man. So I don't keep waking her up. Well, we got Atlanta versus St. Louis. Top barrel is 87.4. 4 barrel signals, 95% form. Matt Olson, Jordan Walker, Velasquez, and Baldwin are the top plays. Atlanta hitters versus Leahy, 3.86 ERA. We got Olson, Baldwin, and Harris. Top barrels matchup is going Olson, Harris, Baldwin. Form is Olson, Baldwin, and Yaz. Elite home run profile is Matt Olson, and barrel signal is Harris. So. Let's see. St. Louis versus Chris Sale. It's going to be a rough one versus Sale. He's definitely pitching lights out. So Walker, Velasquez, Burleson, top barrels. Matchup is going Velasquez, Walker, Velasquez, Weatherhort. Form is Walker, Burleson, Weatherhort. And you see it. Go Walker and Velasquez. So Velasquez is the barrel signal. Walker is the elite profile. All right, try to get through these last ones. Man, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. Honestly, you guys definitely been showing a lot of love and support, so I appreciate you guys. All right, Toronto versus SD. Top barrel 74.1. 4 barrel signal 77% form. Top reads is going Okamoto, Machado, Tatis, and Guerrero. Top barrel is Okamoto, Vladdy, and Springer. Matchup is going Okamoto, Guerrero, and Kirk. Form is going Vladdy, Okamoto, and Springer. Alright, that should have been the last interruption, guys. Sorry about that. Had to get her some water. Like I told you guys, man, dad duty. We got 3 beautiful girls, man, beautiful family. So I appreciate everybody who's supporting this, because that's what you guys are supporting. So let's see, Toronto. Do I get Toronto on here? Nah, but barrel, Okamoto, Vladdy, Springer. Matchup, same Okamoto, Guerrero, Kirk. And then form, Vladdy, Okamoto, Springer. So Okamoto and Vladdy are the barrel signals. That's where we're going. Remember, don't think automatic home run. All right. And then Padres versus Bieber, 9.0 ERA. If we don't get a couple hits off this man tomorrow, I'm going to be hot. All right, Machado, Tatis, and Merrill, top barrels. That rhymes. Matchup. Matchup score is Tatis, Campusano, Sheets. Form is Machado, Tatis, and Cronenworth. And Machado and Tatis. Tatis, man, he's really struggling. But hits, runs, RBIs, total bases for both of them, right? And Machado you could take for a home run, but just to be on the safe side, you could take their other props. All right. Got Arizona versus the Dodgers. Arizona's on their West Coast trip right now. 85.3 is a top barrel. 3 barrel signals and 86% top form. Shohei, Muncy, Rushing, and Marte are the top plays. For Arizona, we've got Marte and Carroll. But Carroll's form looks terrible. So, I mean, you could put him on there. Because he is Carroll, he'll get extra bases. He can get a double in 1 hit. Cash your bases. Cash your fantasy, depending on what his line was. Hits, runs, RBIs. Somebody will bring him in on after that, right? Or he might get 2 hits. So, I mean, he doesn't look terrible. It's just he doesn't have the best form. So, but we'll go Marte and Carroll. That's the other thing. People see this list and think it's just all home runs. That's not the case, right? That's not the case. We're not sitting out here calling 40 names for home runs. That's just not how we're doing this. We're strategically finding the best collective of barrels and divvying them between, you know what I mean? Breaking them out between different props. That's how that's how it should be done, in my opinion. So, all right, Dodgers versus Eduardo Rodriguez. Otani, Muncy, and rushing top barrels. Matchup is Otani, Muncy, Edman, and form, is rushing Otani and Betts. And Otani is the elite profile, while rushing is the supporting barrel signal, which makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. I mean, that's not to say, right, nobody else can do nothing. All right, Freddie Freeman could have himself a game. He's got a good barrel. Max Muncy could have himself a game. All right, their numbers look good. And Hernandez, Teo Oscar has been struggling, though, a little bit. And then Mookie Betts probably hitting a lot of ground balls right now. He's not pulling a lot of stuff. But yeah, Dodgers, it could be a good, I don't want to say a team stack in here, but you could find a good 2 or 3 plays in here, even beyond what we have marked. So let's go to this last game. Colorado versus San Francisco. All right, 84.2 is the top barrel. We've got 3 barrel signals, and 94% is the top form. Top reads in this game is Devers, Goodman, Eldridge, and Ramos. Colorado is facing Robbie Ray. We got Goodman, Moniak, and Julian. Top barrel scores. Matchup is going Goodman, Julian, Karros. And form is going Goodman, Karros, and Moniak. It looks like Goodman could have some previous history with the Robbie Ray. Let's see. I just want to see that really quick. Yep, he does. No home runs, but he is averaging a 2.85 weighted on base average, which is not bad. So 47 pitches, he put 8 balls in play. So that could be decent. We could see, if he catches him slipping, we could definitely see a home run out of Hunter Goodman. I could see that happening. Could definitely see that. So he's got the elite tag. Not that I'm just ignoring everybody else. I'm not trying to overload everybody because, right, we still got to pay all these people. So if I could eliminate, part of the process to make it easier, then that's what I'll do. And then we'll just work from there. Let's see here. San Francisco versus Gordon, 6.95 ERA. We got Devers, Eldridge, and Ramos. Top barrel scores, Devers, Barracoto, and Schmidt. It's top matchup, and form is going Ramos, Eldridge, and Devers. So Devers is the elite home run profile. He didn't go today, which, run your day late. What do I always say, right? Run your day late. And then, who's that? Eldridge and Schmidt are the barrel signals. Is that how to do it? MITT, okay. Never know, everybody spells their name different. Alright. So, that's all 15 games for the 10th. We now have I have identified our elite home run profiles versus our barrel signal profiles, which we are using to get total base props, hits, runs, RBI props, right? So purple is our elite profile. Orange is still going to be our barrel signals, guys. That's still going to stay the same. So I appreciate everybody who's rocking with me, man. I appreciate everybody who watched this video. Yo, you guys been killing it out there. You guys been killing it. Keep doing that, man. Keep learning. Keep getting better. Keep getting 1% better every day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.